Discover the world with TimeGate, Earth's history and facts.
What if time wasn't just a clock, but a doorway? What if your passport took you across centuries, not countries?
The impossible becomes possible. Imagine planning your next vacation, but instead of Paris, Tokyo, or Dubai, your destination is ancient Rome. You don't just see the Colosseum's ruins, you feel the roar of the crowd as gladiators clash before your eyes. This is not science fiction. By 2032, the first real time gates may open, and humanity will step into an era where tourism no longer means crossing borders, it means crossing centuries. Tonight, we unveil the future of time travel tourism and the astonishing race to make it real.
What if the real race today was to control time itself? Are we on the edge of the greatest adventure or the greatest danger?
Standing at the edge of 2032, the world faces a question once reserved for fiction. Are we ready to open the gates of time? For ITER, for SpaceX Kronos, for every physicist chasing entanglement, the answer seems inevitable. TimeGate tourism is not just about vacations, it's about rewriting humanity's relationship with existence itself. So we ask you, if you had one chrono ticket, where would you go? To the roar of the Colosseum? To the secrets of the future? Or perhaps to witness moments history has forgotten? The future of travel is no longer measured in miles, but in centuries, and the journey is only beginning. But how could TimeGate ever work? Believe it or not, the idea isn't pure fantasy, it's built on real science. Einstein showed us that time doesn't tick the same for everyone. If you could travel close to the speed of light, minutes for you might equal years for the rest of us. In other words, the faster you go, the slower you age compared to people left behind. Astronauts in space actually experience this, though by just a fraction of a second. Now, take it a step further. Near a black hole, its gravity is so strong that it pulls not only light, but also bends time itself. Stay too close, and hours for you could mean decades passing outside. It's almost like nature's own time gate already exists out there in the universe.
What if the fundamental truth of our reality is not what we perceive at all?
Then there's the strange world of quantum physics. Scientists have discovered particles that can stay connected no matter how far apart they are. Change one, and the other reacts instantly. Some believe this mysterious link might one day connect not just space, but time. And if bending time directly proves too difficult, science has another trick in the works: cryogenic sleep. Imagine pausing the human body, sleeping through centuries, and waking up in a future you never thought you'd see. Step by step, what once sounded impossible is becoming part of real experiments. These breakthroughs may be the stepping stones toward the first real time gate. Remember, just 100 years ago, the idea of holding a tiny device in your hand, talking to someone across the planet, or watching a live football match broadcast straight from New York would have sounded like pure magic. Today, it's everyday life. So, when we imagine stepping through a time gate, walking into ancient Rome, or leaping ahead to the year 2500, it may feel impossible now. But history has taught us one truth: the impossible has a way of becoming tomorrow's reality. If the science makes time gates possible, the next question is, who will build them first? Right now, a handful of pioneers are racing to claim the future. ITER Systems, Inc., once focused on fusion power, has redirected a secretive branch of its research toward manipulating space-time fields. Leaked documents suggest they've already tested microportals that bend time by mere nanoseconds, tiny steps toward a much larger leap. Then there's SpaceX's Kronos division. Elon Musk once said humanity must become a multi-planetary species. But insiders whisper that Kronos is exploring something even bolder, not just colonizing Mars, but colonizing time. Imagine booking a SpaceX trip, not just to another world, but to another era.
And at the bleeding edge of academia,
Breakthroughs in quantum entanglement are rewriting what we thought was possible. Laboratories from Geneva to Tokyo are experimenting with ways to link not just particles, but entire systems across time intervals. The results are still small, fractions of a second, but the direction is unmistakable. What was once the stuff of science fiction has become a global race. A race not to the moon, not to Mars, but to history itself. From the earliest days of civilization, humanity has whispered stories about time. From ancient scriptures that spoke of the 7 sleepers in a cave who awoke centuries later, to legends of travelers who stepped out of the world they knew and into another age, our fascination with bending time has never faded. And now, standing at the edge of the greatest leap in human history, we begin to wonder, what if those tales were not just myths, but glimpses of a truth waiting to be unlocked? For thousands of years, travel meant crossing land and sea. Then we conquered the skies and later reached for the stars. But the next frontier is not out there in space, it's in time itself. The first tourists may walk the streets of ancient Rome or witness the birth of new nations. Others may choose to leap forward into futures so dazzling we can barely imagine them. Yes, there are risks, there are ethical questions. But when has humanity ever turned away from the unknown? Remember, just a century ago, the idea of live streaming a football match from New York to the other side of the planet seemed like pure fantasy. Today, it's a casual evening at home. Tomorrow, time gates may make centuries as easy to cross as oceans. So we ask you, if the door of time opened for you, where would you go? The past? The future? Or somewhere humanity has never dreamed of yet?
We need your support to grow and bring you more stories. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.